Eagles at Cowboys, Sunday Night Football. Marco, this is your best bet. Who do you like and why?
Well, I like Philadelphia. They've had 3 extra days to prepare. Remember, they played on Thursday night last week. The Dallas Cowboys, I know they've covered all 4 games since Jason Garrett's taken over. That stops today. They're still giving up too much yardage defensively. They've been benefiting from turnovers like last week.
So you think this result under the new coach is a little fraudulent?
It's a little bit fraudulent, yes.
All right. Let's back up about the extra days of rest. How do you handicap this? A bye is a full week off in the NFL. The Thursday to Sunday game is 10 days or, the extra couple days. Now, Coach Reed is famous for being awesome off of byes. A lot of people are attributing Belichick's performance with the Pats on Monday night to the extra time to prepare. How do you pretty much split it down the middle and say, I'm going to give this half as much consideration as if it were a bye, or how do you do it?
I give it consideration. I think, RJ, where the benefit is, it's not so much the extra prep time, because it's, you're getting 2 extra days. I think it's body recovery time for these teams late in the season, because we don't have these Thursday games till after.
Whoa. So you're bucking the experts here. I'm not saying the body recovery time isn't an issue, but that's equal for everyone. So I guess you could say who's a little bit more beat up and they have a little extra edge.
When one team's that played on Thursday the week before, playing a team that played on Sunday, it's a huge advantage.
So that's an advantage, but the coach, fair, but the coach doesn't affect that.
No, the coach
So I'm making the point that this extra time is going to help Reed even more, just like the experts were making the point that the extra time helped Belichick even more. Do you disagree with that?
No, I don't disagree with that. The better coaches, the more time you give them, the better it's going to be.
So You're saying there's the recovery time late in the year, which, the buys happen, between week 4 and week 12, and I think that's right. And now, even later, this time's even more valuable.
Right. You're banged. The season's going longer. You've got injuries. Players got to play longer because they're thinner. The other thing that looking at this game, Dallas, the defense has given up 333 yards passing. They're averaging giving up 333 in their last 4 games.
So I like this because this is another example how stats can lie. Clearly, if you ever have to ask yourself, does motivation matter? Does team continuity, a team gelling, does that matter?
Chemistry.
Chemistry is a good word. This Dallas team, one of the worst teams to now, certainly in the top half of the league at this point, you would think. So, and it's the point we made on the Chargers. There's talent, matchup, motivation, and intangibles. And to me, the Cowboys lacked intangibles and they lacked motivation under Phillips. And now they have seemingly both. They were the Super Bowl favorites entering this year. They were a fumble away from beating the Saints. Do you really think, to me, at 3.5, my thinking is there's a slight premium on, the Vic premium, I'll call it, on Philly, and I'm not sure Dallas is getting enough credit.
Well, there's no question the stock on Philadelphia is at its highest point. I can't dispute that. But this is a situation where Dallas, how are they going to stop Vic?
What should the line be in this game? This is what I always, I smell a bat. By the way.
Smell a bet coming.
I smell a bat, and I'm crazy. What are you on your best?
I was going to say, you do realize I'm 10-4 on my best bets.
You're 10-4.
10-4.
So you're going to give me like plus 130 on this?
No.
To bet you, I should be getting point. I should be getting like either a couple extra points.
Actually, to be betting against me, you should be getting a free ride to the mental hospital. That's what you should be getting.
I'm going to bet you on this. What should the line be?
Well,
because you're saying the line should be 5.5 or 6. If you're laying 3.5,
I have Philadelphia winning by 7. My handicap has Philly winning by 7 in a high-scoring game.
All right, so give me your projection.
It's 31-24 Philadelphia. The line open 3. It's at 3.5. So if you want to take Dallas in 3.5, we can do it for the nickel.
Well, let me ask you this. So we got your best bet.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. Do you have any opinion on the total? Because I have a strong opinion.
Well, I said 31-24, so that goes over.
Oh, so you do like the over, yeah. I love the over. So I'm going to set that off to the side real quick. 3.5. You know, your money's so sweet. Let's do it.
All
A nickel
right.
plus 3.5. Everyone out there in the internet saying, RJ, I thought he was smart. He's fading my. I'm smart but stubborn. All right, let's talk the over for a second. Now, back up one more second. What would this line be if this were the 5th game of the year, and Garrett had coached for the whole year? Cowboys 3-1, one play away from being 4-0. 4-0. Philly playing well too. Isn't the line in this game Dallas 2.5 or 3?
Yeah, absolutely. For the way they came into this season.
So my question is, isn't that the true handicap here? Isn't this team? Can we completely discount what happened in the first 8 weeks or whatever? If you can, then you're getting 6 or 7 points of value if you play Dallas. So you got to convince me and the viewers and listeners. How can you not? What is the carryover that has any validity?
Well, Philadelphia is not the same team that they were at the beginning.
But
of the season.
I'm saying if Philly had been the last 4 weeks and Dallas had been the last 4 weeks, I think you would say both teams are playing exceptionally well. Both teams, Dallas came in, maybe Philly's playing a little bit better, and Dallas came into the year with a little more talent. Now, maybe you could make the case that Vic wasn't expected to be as good as he is. But in your opinion, how many points is Vic worth over Cobb? If Vic got hurt today and Cobb came in, how would this line change?
It would change drastically.
Drastically?
Philly would be like 1. They would be minus 1.
You're saying Vic's worth 2.5 points over Cobb through the number 3?
Yeah.
Wow, I'd love to hear in the comments what you guys think, because that feels high to me. That feels high to me. All right, we got our bet.
Remember that just a couple weeks ago, Drew Brees came into Dallas on Thanksgiving Day and was laying the same number, 3.5.
And Dallas has played 3 good games since, and they played good in the New Orleans game, 2 other good games, right? Am I counting that right?
No, just one other since Dallas. We only played 1 game since Thanksgiving.
Okay, so they played 1 game. So they've played 2 good games since then.
Yeah. The good game
and
last
New Orleans,
week,
that brings up a good point. What's the line on a neutral between Philly and and the Saints? It's pick 'em, right?
It probably is pick 'em, because I think right now, I mean, who do you put on top? Who you put on top in the NFC?
You know, I got to think, I don't know if I'm hearing it on ESPN so much, but Green Bay healthy. But, I think you could make a good point for it. Well, there's the home field with Atlanta at home. At home, I think it's Atlanta.
Right.
I'm not sure on a neutral if it isn't Green Bay, but I'm not sure if Philly can't beat any team on any given day with Vic. They do have that X factor that on any given day they could beat a team by 21, except maybe the Steelers. Let me make my case for the over because it's so freaking simple. Dallas has gone over 9 straight times. The last 4 with Garrett and 5 before that. Philly has gone over 7 of 8. These teams are going over. 50.5 is a big number. I'm not sure if it's big enough. I think I have a strong lean over simply because these teams are playing over so much. I think sometimes the lines maker doesn't catch up. All right, we got our bet?
We got our bet. I got Philly minus 3.5, and you can tune in next week to watch him give me $500.
It's your turn to continue the conversation in the comment section with Marco and me. And next up, we're finishing the week with Monday Night Football.